Good morning. Can we have the heads of state and the head of delegation, can they come and stand here? Because we still have to have the statements before we do the official unveiling. Thank you. Not now.
Do they want all the headers go there, or shall they wait here?
No, they have to come here. All of them, yes. Excuse me. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Your Excellency João Lorenzo, President of the Republic of Angola and Chairperson of SADC. Your Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and Chairperson of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Your Excellency Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and incoming Chairperson of SADC. Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and incoming Chairperson of SADC on Organ Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Your Excellency Heads of State and Government, Your Excellency Musa Faki Mahamad, Chairperson of the African Union Commission. Your Excellency Mr. Elias Mahosi, Executive Secretary of SADC, representatives of other regional economic communities, honorable ministers, distinguished international cooperation partners, distinguished senior officials and delegates, partners from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all and welcome to this historical occasion, which is the unveiling of the statue in honor of one of our icons, His Excellency the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. My name is Annette Mtambanengwe, and I'll be your Director of Ceremonies for this event. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, this event will not be long, and therefore I would like, with your permission, to get right into it. May I humbly now call upon His Excellency Mr. Elias Mahosi, Executive Secretary of SADC, to please deliver his welcoming remarks.
Excuse me. Thank you. Your Excellencies, may I humbly request that we observe the protocols as have been set by the Director of a Ceremony. But just to recognize President Hakainde Hichilema, the President of Zambia and Chairperson of SADC, all Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamad, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, and all distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a privilege to stand in your midst here in front of the African Union Peace and Security Building to witness the historical unveiling of the statue in honor of His Excellency Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, one of the founding fathers of SADC and a true son of the African soil. Together with his colleagues, they established the Southern African Development Community in 1980 to achieve economic development, peace, and stability. To ensure that their legacy remains immortalized in the history of SADC, the summit approved a mechanism to honor the founders of SADC. The region has also institutionalized the Southern African Liberation Day on the 23rd March of every year, dedicated to honor our heroes for their tireless efforts and huge sacrifices in the liberation struggle. The history of Southern African liberation struggle is documented in the publication in all the SADC languages. It was therefore not a surprise that the current leaders of SADC made a deliberate decision to recognize in multiple ways the erstwhile leaders of the region. Your Excellencies, this statue is a tribute in honor of His Excellency President Nyerere, a visionary and inspirational of the African Revolution. An advocate, indeed a freedom fighter, a tireless mediator, and peace builder across Africa. Mwalimu was a beacon of leadership against global imperialism, especially at a time when the infrastructure to fight against tyranny through education, military training, and diplomatic support was as scarce as freedom itself. The statue should be a reminder to the current and future generations of a leader who taught us to jealously guard our peace and security and fight for our freedoms in a selfless manner. The erection of this statue in front of this building is a notable and commendable gesture to keep alive the memories of a steadfast statesman who firmly supported the liberation struggle and committed much of his modest resources, his country's modest resources, to help African freedom fighters to fight racial segregation in pursuit of independence. We salute him for dedicating his life to promoting political and economic integration in our continent. It is therefore not a coincidence and is befitting, in our view, that the statue is erected at the Peace and Security Building of the African Union Commission. In front of you is an imposing and impressive 3-meter sculpture that took considerable time to design, build, transport, and ultimately deliver here at the Commission. All this work was done in collaboration with the designers, President Nyerere's family, the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, and the African Union Commission, for whom we are most grateful. We see this sculpture as a symbol of enduring unity and solidarity that defines Africa. I thank you for your attention. Muito obrigado, merci beaucoup, asante sana.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Hello. Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency. And now I have the honor to call upon His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and Chairperson of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, to deliver his statement. Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director of the ceremony today. Let me just recognize the AU outgoing chair, AU incoming chair, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, and indeed President Lorenzo. May I also acknowledge the presence of President of the Republic of Tanzania, our sister, Madam Suluhu Hassan, and various heads of state and government. You're all recognized, and indeed our Executive Secretary, SADC, who has just spoken. Thank you for your good messages, or message if you like. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I want to express my gratitude, our gratitude for us as SADC and for me to make this short speech or message at such an important occasion as this one. It's really something that is heartwarming to see what we are just about to do this morning. We want to appreciate the work of many who initiated the early ideas to erect this statue here, to remember one of our icons, founders of SADC, and indeed, together with his colleagues, the African Union, as it was called before we know, it was the Organization of the African, if you like, as it were. But all of those diligent, dedicated freedom fighters who worked with President Nyerere to do the work that they did to enable us today to sit as presidents and prime ministers of our countries. It is because of those people, that generation, and we thank them and thank them dearly. We want to also thank the SADC Secretariat for the work they've done, working with the family, working with the Tanzanian government, and other stakeholders to make this possible. We want to congratulate all of those for the great achievement towards what we are about to witness today. This statue will be a constant reminder to all of us, individual countries, our regional economic blocs, as it were, or groupings, and Africa, and I believe the global community, for the noble work that this statesman, this true son of Tanzania, son of Africa, did for all of us and the global community. It is now my singular honor to unveil this statue of Dr. Julius Mwalimu Kambarage Nyerere, one of the founding fathers, as I said, of the regional body of SADC and the continental body of the African Union. May the memory of Dr. Julius Mwalimu Kambarage Nyerere continue to live on. And I want to say, Viva SADC, Viva African Union, Viva global peace, security, and stability for development. That's deliberate. Viva peace, I'll repeat, peace, security, and stability for development, because that's what he stood for. That's what we want to carry on. I thank you for your kind attention. Merci beaucoup. Ziko Mugwambiri. Thank you very much.
In Arabic.
Oh,
Thank you.
what should I say? Oh, sure. Okay. All right. I will learn some other day. Not today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Without any further ado, may I please call upon His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, to give his statement.
Your Excellency Muhammad Ul-Sheikh Al-Ghazwani, President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania and the Chair of the African Union, Excellencies, Head of State, Government and Delegations, Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Habari ya asubuhi. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this ceremony for one of Africa's most iconic figures, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. The legacy of this remarkable leader encapsulates the essence of Pan-Africanism, profound wisdom, and service to Africa. Mwalimu played a key pioneering role in the establishment of the Organization of African Unity in 1963, a milestone event in our pursuit of African unity. The journey continues. At the inaugural OAU summit in 1963, Mwalimu said, and I quote, "Our continent is one, and we are all Africans. This organization symbolizes our determination to move forward together." His commitment to African unity went beyond national boundaries and national interest, as reflected in his words to the Tanzanian Parliament in 1970. And I quote, "We must stand by our brothers fighting for freedom in Southern Africa. Their struggle is our struggle, and their victory is our victory." Under his leadership, Tanzania became a sanctuary for liberation movements across the continent. The organization of the African Unity Liberation Committee found its headquarters in Tanzania until the dismantling of the apartheid system in South Africa in 1994. Dar es Salaam was not only a safe haven for African liberation movements, but also for the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, and the Latin American countries. A teacher, but also a peacemaker, Mwalimu played a key role as mediator in African conflicts, particularly the crisis in Burundi. He remained a wise statesman who gave his counsel and advice selflessly to our union until the end of his life. It is therefore befitting that we honor his memory today as we rename the building to the Mwalimu Nyerere Political Affairs, Peace and Security Building. And we gather here to celebrate the legacy of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. I would like to recall that the proposal for the AU Peace and Security Building to be named after this great leader was made by none other than the late President Jengo of the Republic of Namibia, whose recent and timely passing has left the continent and the globe in shock. May the spirit of Mwalimu's wisdom and humility guide the work of this building that he now stands as its protector for peace and security in this continent. Thank you very much. Asante sana.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It is now my distinct honor and privilege to call upon Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, to give her keynote address. Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Angola and SADC Chairperson, Your Excellency, President of Republic of Zambia and Chair of the Peace and Security Organ of the SADC, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Excellency SADC Executive Secretary, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests. African history was mainly transmitted orally. However, over centuries from the Nok and Benin empires in the west to the Makonde and Azande communities in the east, statues were used to reinforce cultural identity and values and to communicate collective experiences. Today, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere's statue recognizes his contribution to African liberation, unity and peace, and manifests our pride in our rich heritage. Gratitude is extended to SADC for undertaking this project and to the AU for according a place for Mwalimu's statue besides other great African colossal statesmen, His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie and His Excellency Kwame Nkrumah. Your Excellencies, it is not easy to sum up Mwalimu's vision and motivation. Thankfully, his own words on Tanganyika's independence instruct us about this. He said, and I quote, "We have lit the independence torch to place it at the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro, to shine within and outside our borders, to bring hope where there is despair, love where there is hatred, and dignity where there is contempt." Like Nkrumah, Mwalimu's vision and devotion for a free and peaceful Africa was unmatched. To him, Africa's well-being came first before popular approval, personal fortune or country well-being. This is evidently so, even in our national anthem, where our first prayer of prosperity is to the mother Africa and then to Tanzania. Mwalimu backed the founding of our organization and mobilized Tanzanians in support of liberation movements across the continent. Even after leaving office, his support for Africa's efforts, including for peace, remained unwavering. If we are to live in the Africa he invests, then we must know our unity and prosperity lies in our numbers. We must know none of us can have permanent prosperity without a prosperous Africa. It is true to say our uniqueness matches our interdependence, and therefore complementing political liberation with economic transformation is important for our future to be secured. The Continental Free Trade Agreement must play a critical role to ensure the prosperity and dignity of the African people. It is my hope that Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere's memory will inspire present and future generations to light their own torches in pursuit of hope, love, and dignity where there is none. I thank you for your kind attention. Asante sana.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The moment we have all been waiting for. I would like to call upon the President, His Excellency João Lorenzo, the President of Angola, if he's here, followed by His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, and the Chairperson of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and the incoming Chairperson of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security, and His Excellency Elias Mahosi, SADC Executive Secretary, and His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, the Chairperson of the African Union Commission, and the Chairperson of the African Union, President of Mauritania, to please come and unveil the statue.
Government.
Can we please not move too close? Can we take the group photo and ensure that there is space? Members of the media, please contain yourselves. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. We have now come to the end of this historical event, and I would once again like to thank Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, for having honored our invitation and be part of this history. Thank you, merci beaucoup, muito obrigada, asante sana. Yes. Maybe we should take some other president to take a picture. Yeah, that was. Before we go, can we please have other